If you're young and you want to get on the housing ladder in this country, you've got to think outside the box, which is exactly what Our First Home is all about. 3 families with a house each and 10 weeks to completely renovate them.
That's one way to do it.
Whichever family makes the greatest percentage of profit come auction day sees $100K go the young couple's way. A deposit for their very own first home. But 4 weeks in, and the best laid plans are going awry. The Gouies failed their pre-line inspection, and their master bedroom is now in limbo.
I've got to now put my cladding on, and I've now got to make sure that the exterior is weathertight.
The Schroeders council consent is yet to be granted, so all work inside the house has been put on hold.
There's not a lot that we can do. The only areas in the house that don't need consent right now is the basement and the tiny house.
And the Wardlaws' huge workload is putting the pressure on Tim and Mick's relationship.
I know what I'm doing, all right? Just leave me. Just leave me to do it, all right?
There needs to be a change in tack because the expert's inspection is in just 48 hours. 2 generations living under one roof is tough, but the fact that they're working together as well means there's basically no escaping from each other. And the daily decisions that have to be made over design direction, who should be responsible for what, and how to proceed when problems arise become emotional battlegrounds. And things kicked off yesterday in Te Atatu, with Tim and Mick clashing over the best way to level a wonky garage.
Interesting collection of bricks out of that.
Hello again. Hey everybody.
Hello.
How are things?
I think it's time to stage an intervention and force a smoko break on them before they burn out.
So how's it been going out there anyway, Mick?
Oh, it's hard yakking, mate.
Yeah?
Yeah, fair dinkum.
What's your gut feeling? You reckon you're going to get everything done on time?
If we don't get it done, we'll get pretty damn close.
Mick, do you reckon this is one of the hardest things you have ever had to do? Because every time I see you, you know, you're talking about how difficult something is, how little time you've got to do something.
Yeah, it would be one of the hardest things I've ever tackled, I'd say, for sure. Yeah.
Is it worth it for Tim and Robin?
Of course it is. Yeah, it's, you know, if we can give them a start in the property market, well, it's got to be worth it.
Yeah, so despite your tiredness and grumpiness, no regrets?
No, just book me into a rest home when I get out of here and I'll be fine.
It's easy to get lost in family politics and forget about big picture stuff, like just how much of a sacrifice the older generation is making for you. Whether they're making the right or the wrong decision, they're doing what they think is best, and they're doing it for you.
All right, guys. You got plenty to get on with, so I'll get out of here.
Thanks for the feed.
No problem at all, and I'll see you guys a little bit later on in the week, eh?
Cheers,
Cheers, mate.
Catch up. Have a good one.
Cheers.
For the moment, the timeout seems to have worked, and Mick and Tim are back on speaking terms. But then the garage door at the core of the argument has become a moot point anyway.
I ordered it well in advance, but he's told me, you know, they've got orders backed up and the lead time's quite long. We understand this, you know, it'd be great to have it here by the end of the week, but it'll be here by the time we need to sell the place, and it's going to be a good feature on that garage. Hop up.
We'll probably have a few more arguments during the course of this, no doubt. But the thing is, 5 minutes later it's forgotten, and we're back into it.
And so it's back to business as usual.
Bloody hot today, eh, Timmy?
It sure is, bro. I'm dripping. I hate to be one of those guys working outside. At least we got a bit of shade. At the start of the week, you know, I was feeling the stress. On Monday, I was wondering if we bitten off more than we could chew and were we going to get it finished. But seeing it all come together, it's cheering me up. And you know, I'm not too worried now. I think we're going to get there. We won't have any time to spare. But You know, minus the garage door, we're going to have a great looking backyard.
Sweating away in the basement is the tireless Tom Schroeder, still waiting on council consent for both their backyard and the house interior. Means they've had to come up with a contingency plan, so they're renovating under the house.
We did have a bit of a late night last night. John and I got stuck in and did all the stopping in here. Up again early this morning because Jono's got back to his tennis, so he was up nice and early, got me up. I have to get all the shelving done today. We've got a few doors and that to hang and a bit of shelving in the hot water cupboard, so hopefully I'll get all that done.
Jono's absence with his work has meant more work for Tom, but it's also meant daughter Karen has had to fill in for her husband as builder's lackey.
And you can get this thing, then you can just follow it down like that, just steady hand and straight down.
Okay.
Huh? Really easy. You can, on the top doesn't matter because you can just be rough on the top.
With Jono being away this week, I've taken on some of the jobs that he'd normally do, so I've been learning lots.
In fact, you need to paint all that because you won't get that with a roller.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I'm just doing the cutting in of the painting in preparation for Dad to roll out the walls. I got my special little cutting brush, paint brush. Dad showed me what to do and I did the whole thing.
The whole day?
The whole day.
But it's meant her usual domain, the design work, has taken a bit of a back seat.
The cutting in took longer than I thought it would. Seems like an easy job, but, you know, it's quite precise. You have to be quite careful.
What time do you think we might be going out today?
Probably not.
Okay. Right.
I didn't get all the jobs I had planned for today. There's still quite a lot of shopping to get done and prepared for Saturday's reveal. It sort of puts the stress on a wee bit because originally planned we had Friday just to sort of take it easy and really dress the room perfectly, change things around if we needed to, but we're probably not going to get that time now.
Earlier in the week, the Gouies failed the pre-line inspection of their master bedroom because the room was not watertight. If they're to have any hope of sealing and signing off this room, their delivery of windows and doors must happen today.
Hi mate, how you going? Yeah, just wondering what's happening with the windows, particularly the French doors for the master bedroom. Okay, so you're not sure? You're waiting on glass? Okay, so is it possible that you can give me some heads up when they may be arriving? Not sure. Okay, well, at this stage, I'll have to just carry on with what we're doing. Can you let me know as soon as you know so that we can just plan this end? It's a bit tricky, but I understand your position. So I've got the call, and it's not good news about the windows, so we call a family meeting, and we all just sit down, take 5, and we just take a bit of a breather, actually, and just have an update to find out where we're going to go to from here. So I've got an update on the windows. We're not going to get them till tomorrow. So that means that there's absolutely no chance now that we can present this room, not even if we give it everything. So I think that we just have to, I don't know, take it on the chin, suck it up, and do as much prep as we can for everywhere else so that we can present 2 zones. I think next week we're going to have to present 2 zones.
It's gutting to have it confirmed, what we were already kind of dreading. So we already knew that the windows quite possibly wouldn't arrive when we needed them. It was getting harder and harder every hour that went by without those jolly windows.
Overall, though, it's actually not going to set us back in terms of the renovation.
No.
It's just the reveal this week.
Yep.
I'm not sure I share Amy's optimism.
One thing I am afraid of, though, is telling Eva and Sara.
Yep.
Yeah, especially after the big wrap-up we did about how luxurious this was going to be. What are we going to do? Put a cab stretcher in there or something?
We'll say luxury takes time.
This week we're going to transport you to a luxury resort.
I like the sound of that.
We're going to create a master bedroom that is beautiful.
The worst they can do is give us a rap over the knuckles. We just have to get on with it. We'll just have to make light of it and be positive and just make the best of it you can.
It's without question that work on the master bedroom must come to a halt. But is their plan of how to proceed here the right one? She's a hard road, finding the perfect do-up. But the families are learning how to change their approach when the renovation gods throw a spanner in the works. And I'm throwing some learning in too. I've called them all together for a solo task to add another skill to their DIY repertoire.
Hi everyone.
Hey, Goran.
Hey, Goran.
When it comes to painting, I think we all know that the devil is in the detail. So this task is all about precision.
I did not expect that.
She's got no clothes on.
I'm sure you can guess where I'm going with this one. Using body paint, you must camouflage a member of your family into a wall, just like body FX expert Yolanda Bartram has done here. I've decided that the people who most need to learn about precision are the young lads of the house. Not you, Al. Matt, Tim, Jono, you'll be painting your better halves.
Yes.
You'll have 1.5 hours to complete this task. The person that impresses Yolanda the most will receive $5,000 from BNZ.
All right.
So, boys, what are you waiting for? Grab some paintbrushes and rip in.
Get your kid off, Robin.
Oh dear. That's all I've got.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've done heaps of colouring in books and all this sort of stuff, so it should be nothing like that.
Right, first things first. The lads must line up their pattern on their partner with their pencils. The next step is then to paint within those lines and match the colours with the wallpaper so they become one with the wall. Tip number 2 may seem obvious, but there is a reason for the reminder.
I'm very good with my colours, being colourblind, so we'll see what I can come up with.
He has been doing a little bit of painting, so...
He's been painting fences.
Yeah, no, he has.
Not his female woman.
I see it's all pretty straight lines. Hopefully I can manage that. Just going to be about proportions, I think. Not your proportions.
Now start painting, Jono. Do all the white first.
Okay, I'm getting all in there.
The Gouies and the Schroeders are quick off the mark and begin painting first.
I see the boys start painting before me, but I want to get this part right, and I'll probably go extra couple minutes on the lines before I start painting.
I have a whole new respect for these models. I don't know how they stay still for so long.
Yeah, so just make sure that you don't lock your knees. Because if you lock your knees, you have more chance to actually pass out.
Yeah, that would be unideal.
No, exactly.
Right, left-hand grey, triangle. Where does that finish?
I've got mum and dad sitting down behind me, and they're lower than I am, and the whole perspective of the drawing changes no matter where your head is.
Listen. Take your arm above.
So I'm basically tuning them out because I know that what they're seeing is completely different to me.
Is that deliberate blocking, is it? That's deliberate blocking, so I can't see what he's doing.
I'm pretty happy with my lines that I've got going.
You've just face painted yourself, Jono.
I haven't.
Tom and Robin are supporting me heaps. You know, really awesome to help me out with what pattern needs to be coloured, what colour. It's a little bit hard for me kind of distinguishing the colours.
Black, Tom?
What's that?
Black?
That one's black. That whole side of her face the same as the white on the opposite side.
Not only are they trying to match the pattern and the colour exactly, they are also in a race against the clock, and time is running out.
That triangle's quite a lot smaller than the other one, is that what it's going to look like?
Might be to do with the angle she's standing.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, because it does look smaller, I agree, but I think against the thing it looks pretty even.
And
so it comes in like this, eh?
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Perfect. Karen really is starting to look like the wallpaper in the background.
Yeah, she's blending in very nicely.
It looks fantastic. Yeah, it looks great. I'd love to have a go at this.
Yeah.
I'm fancy trying out some of that fancy metallic paint on you, darling.
Are you?
Would you let me try it?
Where would you put it?
With 5 minutes to go, a leisurely painting task quickly turns into a mad dash to the finish.
That'll be a new point to move the grey over a bit, paint a bit more grey.
I reckon that's going to be more on that side, man.
Right.
You've missed this bit of my bird. Right. Or do you need to fix my map?
They've all done an excellent job. And the boys haven't done badly with their painting either. But it's not up to me, it's all up to Yolanda to pick the winner.
Guys, you've all done an amazing job here. Let's rule out one family right away. Give us a top two.
Definitely top two would be lime and magenta.
Ooh. Jono, how do you feel about that? An hour and a half's effort just flushed down the dunny.
Well, I think I did all right. I'm colourblind and I've never painted anything, so, you know, what can you do?
You're actually colourblind?
Yep.
Wow. Well, for someone who's colourblind, you've done an astonishing job.
Thank you.
All right, so we're down to Tim Wardlaw and Big Matt over here.
The one that would stand out the most for me would be the one that really kept the symmetry really strong, kept the line work really, really tight.
Yolanda, please, we're all in suspense.
Okay,
Give
so
us a winner.
the winner for this challenge, I think, should go to magenta.
Yeah, we've won a challenge and pretty damn happy. It's all thanks to me and Rob. And you.
The younger Wardlaws have won the last two solo tasks and proven they have the ability to make smart decisions and problem solve under pressure. It sends a pretty clear message to Kathy and Mick, but are they reading it?
In one of the strangest, most bizarre tasks ever on our first home, Tim, congratulations, you have just earned $5,000 for your family's reno budget. That money will be transferred to your BNZU money account almost immediately. Well done.
Well done, Brad.
Get out of here, you guys. Off to your renos.
The Wardlaws have won the last 3 challenges. The winning streak is a huge financial and mental boost to the family, especially given the week they've had. And $5,000 will go a long way too. The one thing it won't buy them, though, is time. The expert's inspection is in just 36 hours. Everything always seems better in the morning. Except when you're renovating.
Feeling the pump, to be honest. Got little time and a lot to do. So we've got to finish this paving around the border. We've had a delivery of ready lawn that needs a base to go down before that can go down. Got to finish battening off the garage, paint the ceiling tonight. That'll be late one tonight, I think. Got a couple more finishing lines in the mini house to finish and then paint that. And then planting all the veggies and plants and flowers and that. We've got a lot to do.
And that big blue pot that Auntie Beck's got in the garage, that was, I don't know what we're going to do in there.
The confidence I might have had middle start of the week is dwindling a little bit, but I'm not going to give up. I'm going to go right through to the end, so yeah, no worries.
And things don't seem to be much better at the Schroeders, with shelving, plasterboarding and shopping on their to-do list.
Get some shopping done.
Yeah, let's do it. Karen and I are going off to pick up some furniture for the tiny house. We just love shops like that, Karen and I.
Anything yellow?
This is for the tiny house.
Yeah, just to match in with that cushion.
How big?
Maybe one of those. So I wanted to bring a little splash of yellow into the tiny house, bit of colour in there. It's quite big.
What about this? I think he's quite cute.
Not quite.
Okay. What about that? Oh, I think he's rather cute.
She wonders why she doesn't get to help out with styling. She goes and chooses a rubber duck.
Yeah, maybe I'll get a couple, actually.
Now Robin's randomly wandering around picking up yellow things.
What about this?
What is that? I think it's a newfound love that she has for ducks. And baths. That's with a bathtub for kids, Mum. To tell what the temperature is.
All right. Okay. No toys. She'd be really hard to please sometimes.
It's a lot easier to voice your opinions when it's your own mum you're dealing with. But when it's your mother-in-law, now that's a different story.
What's this bit actually for? I don't know what you're using the MDF for.
The back panel, you know, of the headboard behind the hanging lights. We're okay with this now, eh?
Yeah. I think I tell Anne no a lot for her ideas, so I just pick and choose which ones are worth fighting for or not. Because otherwise I'll just be offending her the whole time. Sometimes it's not worth an argument. Something I just kind of picked up with doing this renovation with her. I've never really had to make so many decisions with her in my life, so she comes up with heaps of ideas, which is awesome. A lot of them are great, but the ones I don't like, she gets very offended with when I say no. So it's a very delicate balance.
Matt's learnt how to be a good son-in-law pretty quick. He married into the Gouies last year and became part of the family instantly.
Got me into building when I started it, so he kind of took me under his wing and kind of taught me, and it was fantastic. So we work really well together. We don't clash, which is good.
From Oxford, a small rural community north of Canterbury, Matt has a rebellious streak that nearly put him out of Amy's league.
Don't really like rules. I was the bad boy at school, and Amy was the angel, so we're complete other ends of the scale. I've had to change my rebellious ways, not so much out of need, but out of want. I'm trying to be a better person for Amy rather than being a better person so I can get Amy.
Despite things being behind at the Wardlaws, Kathy is still thinking ahead. She's designed this backyard and knows how everything should fit into place.
So we've got quite a lot going on this week, and I'm going to tie it all in together and make it a connected, multi-purpose area, I guess. Because our garage in itself is not only a place to park the car, but it's quite a generous-sized room, and so we're planning on having a workspace at the far end of there. And then opening out from there, we've got a large deck opening out from
the kitchen.
What will be the kitchen and laundry, and then our deck will end with our tiny house, so that's sort of an outdoor covered room, and then some veggies and veggie garden and some paving that will bring it all in together.
Where's my grass?
Just as Tim questioned Mick, Robin's questioning some of Kathy's decisions. But it's even tougher for her to voice her opinions. She's not even the daughter-in-law yet. She's still just the girlfriend.
From day one, I've thought the deck was a bit too big. Me personally, I'd kind of want a bit of a grassy backyard to set up a cricket pitch or something like that. And then we chucked in the pavers around the border, which cut off some more of the grass. And there was also talk about putting pavers through the middle of the grass, which...
I really looked out for you there and nipped that in the bud.
But you see what I'm saying, right? Like, there's no grass.
I agree. It's gone from a big patch of grass to a smaller patch of grass.
It's not only the deck, the stairs also step down off the deck, so that's cut off more grass. There's definitely a generation gap between Nick and Kathy and Tim and myself. I guess that's where the ideas clash a little bit. Sometimes I think they have pretty strong ideas stuck in their head, and we do too, but it's about harder to get it across to them sometimes. I think sometimes we compromise a bit more than they do maybe, and sometimes it's just easier to walk away and focus on something else than focusing on things that are going to cause arguments when it's, at the end of the day, it's really not worth losing relationships over.
Criticising the older generation's judgment is tough, but losing 100K because you didn't at least try and have the conversation might be even tougher. It's the last full day of reno before the experts inspect. The Wardlaws' backyard is waiting on ready lawn, and they're yet to paint their tiny house and garage. The Schroeders are still building shelving and storage for their basement and working on the styling of their tiny house. But the Gouies are in by far the worst position. Their master bedroom failed its pre-line inspection, so they've been forced to focus their efforts elsewhere.
How about if we got one of those full sheets of MDF and painted that the elusive colour?
If you want, I can do it easy.
It's just, it is that metallic finish, and it's quite hard to get a really nice finish when you're doing it on a wall, upways.
Yeah, Anne and Amy are trying to suss out painting the MDF. It's going to be Actually, no, I don't know where it's going to be. It's somewhere behind our featured wall for our lighting. There's going to be some colour, but I don't particularly like the colour, so I've just decided that it's not worth arguing over. Like, there's some things you just pick and choose your battles, you know?
Okay, so I'm gonna go collect the paint from Rosine's. If you boys can get the MDF ready for Mum. Yeah?
I don't even like the colour. I think it's ugly.
But if anyone has the right to complain right now, it's Tom Schroeder. He's lost his helper Jono and has been working in the basement all week.
I've just been doing a bit of shelving in the basement, just finishing off the hot water cupboard with shelving and just a little bit of racking. And I've just finished painting all the ceilings, and now we're just going to finish off the top shelf for our big shelving unit. And then we're going to come out here and just build a little planter in front of the deck and just tidy up all the bush area in front of us. The planter's really not part of the reveal, but we just wanted to tidy it up. It's first impressions, so we're trying to make a good impression when they walk down the stairs that they're not looking at a mess before they go into our basement or into our tiny house.
And much to an exhausted Tom's relief, his son-in-law / builder's lackey has returned, and he's brought a trailer full of bark for their planter box with him.
We've got a little bit of a problem because we don't have a wheelbarrow.
Someone decided to send them back because they're probably costing us about 30 cents a day. Anyway.
Every 30 cents counts.
So we come up with an idea. We invent the wheelie bin barrow. The wheelie bin barrow. It was special though.
This could be how I make my millions. So the wheelie bin barrow does the trick. Very much the same as a wheelbarrow. You just fill it up. Close her up. You're away.
So I'm pretty confident with it that we're going to make a fortune. And then I realised that it's pretty hard to actually drive. I keep getting stuck everywhere.
Must be hard work getting it out.
Yeah, it takes two of us to unload it as well, so.
Not ideal.
Good on you. So I'm thinking maybe we get some bigger wheels on this thing. That might help, bit of suspension, get over those bumps and be good as gold.
While Jono tries to reinvent the wheelbarrow, the wheels are falling off Kathy Wardlaw's wagon. She needs to collect all her design pieces for their backyard before the shops close. Expert inspection is tomorrow.
I'm sure you said you were leaving an hour ago.
Yeah, I was trying to, Tim. Now I can't find my bloody plan from last night.
I'm sure it was about an hour and a half ago she told me she was leaving, and I can keep hearing her voice, you know, in the backyard, front yard, all over the show. I'm sure she realises how much of a rush we're in, but she seems to be taking her time to get out of here.
I'll show you when I get back, but I really do have to go and get... Yeah, OK.
I'm totally used to the way she gets out of the house. You know, she's always got to go back and fluff around, do something, put something somewhere, change this, change that before she gets out the door. But that's her. That's Kathy, and that's why I love her.
I'm going. Keys, but I've got no idea where they went. Oh, yep, no.
It's pretty funny to a point, but, you know, when there's jobs that need to be done, that's when the humour starts to fade away. But she's actually having, you know, pretty important discussions, which is what was holding her up today, so we'll let her off.
The Gouies have written off this week's room, so they now have an opportunity to think ahead.
Okay, so in light of the windows not coming and us not presenting a room this week, we need to really decide now what space we're doing next week and how we're going to fit in catching that time up.
We need to make a definite plan for next week. The pressure is now mounting. We're going to be doing 2 zones, not just one. I'll be really keen to get some kind of decision under our belt.
I think probably the right thing to do is to do the bathroom this week. There is definitely a reasonable factor of risk. So when they ask us, are you going to really confident about this? We're going to say, we're hopeful. But I think it's one that we kind of have, I think we've got ourselves to a position where we really have to go with it. So the decision is, I think, that we go for the bathroom and the master bedroom to be revealed next week.
It's going to be a huge week for the Gouies next week. But what are the experts going to make of their incomplete master bedroom? Well, we're about to find out. It's Saturday, which means the experts are en route to inspect. And first up are the Wardlaws. Their backyard has been a mammoth undertaking, and even a bigger job than they thought. So, once again, they find themselves short on time for all those important finishing touches.
We've got 10 minutes. 10 minutes, so work your butts off. The grapevine. Is that the grapevine in the big pot? No. James? No, that's a blackberry. This is the grapevine. We've got 10 minutes to go. We've achieved so much. Let's not get caught out at the finish line now. Seen them run on these shows before. Let's see why now.
I'm fairly confident, you know, as long as we get everything finished, that we'll probably add the most value to our house this week, because it's such a huge chunk that we've done a massive makeover and improvement on. You know, huge entertainment value in that deck and backyard, and the garage has had a huge going over, and that, you know, that's an amazing transformation in there.
And plus there's an extra room out there now.
And there's a whole other room out the back that you can walk straight off the deck into. And yeah, I'll be bummed if the experts don't tell us that we've added the most value this week.
It's a much slower pace at the Gouies as Al drowns his sorrows in a cup of coffee.
Coffee for you, my darling?
Yep, love one. I feel like I want to write at least a wee sign saying surprise or ta-da or something like that.
I'm feeling pretty relaxed and calm. Obviously, we're not presenting a room this week, so the pressure is off to get everything finished. We're just kind of pottering.
Nice coffee. I needed that coffee break.
I'm really curious to see what Eva and Sara are going to say. Actually, they're obviously not going to be happy, but at the end of the day, it's our house, and they're trying to help us to make the most percentage increase on our house. So they can't really get mad. I guess they can be disappointed, but...
The Schroeders have been without project manager Jono for most of the week, so Tom's workload has doubled, which has resulted in things being forgotten.
OK, we'll hang this door up.
Time's ticking down this morning, and we've got quite a few little finishing touches to do.
Is it going to be a mission getting that door back on?
I have no idea. I should have really looked at this like yesterday.
It's starting to get a little bit tight. We are running out of time to get the last little finishing touches done. Even Tom's a bit stressed out, which is very unusual.
Oh, that's not going to go in easy either. No, it's not going to go in either. Normally, I have plenty of time to do these things, but because you're under a bit of pressure, because you only got a few minutes to do it instead of a few hours, then it becomes a little bit frustrating.
Well, I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah, I think that's it, guys.
You happy with it?
Yeah, it looks good. Really happy.
That's the main thing, as long as you're happy.
Thanks.
But now we have to impress the experts.
Relief for the Schroeders, and the impossible has been achieved at the Wardlaws. A tiny house, garage and backyard now awaits Eva and Sara.
Wow. Oh my gosh, they have done a lot of work here. Considering what the backyard was last week and visually what you see out there now, we're pretty proud of our efforts. We're just wondering what the experts' take on it will be.
Wow, what a transformation in here.
Hopefully they're not too hard on us for not finishing the garage. Ordered the garage door well ahead of time, but it's still not arrived. But we still put a huge amount of work into that garage, so hopefully we're all good.
The Wardlaws were ambitious from the get-go, and the experts were sceptical.
This week we're going to do our garage and backyard and also the mini house.
This is a big area.
Yeah, it is. It's a third of the property.
There were structural issues in more ways than one.
I've been pulling my hair out all right over this garage. It's hard when you're trying to make a silk purse out of a bloody dog's ear.
They managed to get through a huge amount of work, but will it impress the experts?
Hi team, you must be tired this week.
It's been full on.
Yeah, totally,
Wow.
totally buggered.
I tell you what, family, I honestly didn't think you could do it. I thought you were taking on too much. I'm so surprised that you've actually finished on time.
So we.
Well, nearly.
There's some
Nearly.
fine-tuning to be done.
Not quite.
Well, I can tell you that we are blown away by the garage. That is exceptional. You guys have done a fabulous job of the interior, the floor, and I love the colour on the outside too.
Yeah, good.
Really good job.
I don't think we could have picked a better colour.
Good work, Mum.
Yeah, good work, Kathy.
It's been a battle, hey guys.
Yeah, you got me on board eventually.
I know.
From memory, that garage, it had structural problems. I actually thought you might have pulled it down. Was there a fine line when you thought we need to pull it down and start fresh?
It might have been easier to just bowl it and build a new one, but we put the work in and I'm real happy with how it's turned out.
It's part of the character of the house.
I'm so glad you kept it, but I can understand the frustration with the structural problems.
You got no idea.
When we walk into the back lawn area, we were instantly impressed by how much work that you've done, but we also felt that there was lots of different ideas. This is what lots of people fall into the trap of, putting all their ideas into the one space instead of editing the best ones. And because you'll get another turn at doing this, so put some of those ideas into the next project and just go with a couple of ideas that are really strong and just focus on those ones, and it will just make it feel a little bit more consistent.
It doesn't take much to pick up an interior design magazine to see what's on trend at the moment and what people are wanting. What I don't want to see is a disco ball hanging in the tree.
We're really happy that you've taken on board our advice and changed from the Quila to the pine. Great move, and it is a really big deck and it connects well the house to the tiny house. The only thing is that I still feel with the angled stairs that it does cut off the lawn a little bit, and I would like to see more lawn. You might be able to still achieve more lawn space if you take away the pavers immediately in front of the deck.
Yeah, me and Robin just looked at each other and thought, hey, hate to say it, but I told you so.
Maybe coming from the experts, they'll listen more rather than coming from us.
And this is what your issue has been, probably through the whole sort of room reveals. The only other thing I could suggest was you've already got a media room upstairs. You don't need a media room in the tiny house. That needs to be like a child's playroom. Overall, the amount of effort that you guys have put in, I don't know anybody else that could finish this on time and to the high quality. Amazing. Just edit back what you're doing. We want the best outcome. We want the buyers to fall in love.
On the whole, it's praise for the Wardlaws. There's no doubt they've added value, but once again, there are question marks over some of the older generation's decisions. But the more pressing question right now is, what are the experts going to make of the Schroeders and the Gouies' complete and incomplete spaces? Each week, our experts, Sara and Eva, travel to the families' homes to inspect what should be complete spaces. This is the one opportunity a week the families have to get some considered feedback beyond the family circle. And the fact that it's coming from an architect and a property expert makes it particularly worthwhile. Right now, it's time to inspect the Schroeders' basement and tiny house.
We're a bit nervous as to what they'll think because this week we don't have our consent and we've had to do spaces that we hadn't planned on, so is it going to be enough for them?
So they've created a tiny office.
I'm really hoping this week that the experts are happy with the tiny house. When we originally did the tiny house, they weren't too impressed with the design style. They said it was a bit boring and plain. So I've really amped it up this time. I'm hoping they're going to like it.
Limited in what they can do this week, the Schroeders' pitch was less than ideal.
Our tiny house, we thought of doing a sofa sleeper couch so it could be changed up, used as guest room or just a fun open space. Our basement, we're just going to deck it out with a whole lot of storage. The walls currently are all concrete, so we thought we'd keep that natural look. Hot water cylinders also in the basement, so we thought of building a large cupboard around it and that's sort of a dry area.
But short one team member for a lot of the week, they still managed to pull together what was promised.
There was a piece of cake. Where's the next one?
But will it increase their value?
Right, guys, how's this week been?
It's been a big week.
Jono's been gone for half of it.
We're really happy with what you've done downstairs in the basement. We didn't want to see it overstyled. It just started to get that way. I think you might have slipped some things in there at the end. But basically, what you have done is created a really functional space and it feels clean down there, which is really important for storage areas. I like how you've lifted the storage shelves up off the ground because I think there's still going to be moisture that comes in at that really low level. So lifting that up off the ground is an excellent way to mitigate that issue. And then also the drying room at the back. Excellent functional areas that you've created. We're really happy with what you've done.
Thank you. It is only a storage area, and I think the way we'd set it out It really has a lot of storage now, and I think they really like that because the house doesn't have a lot of storage in the bedrooms, so this is certainly a huge amount of storage now.
What I do want to see before sale day is I want to see those walls painted. That's going to give an extra barrier against the damp. You know, that sort of thing is where you spend your money. Don't spend your money on a nice seated area down in the dungeon.
I think that's good advice. I guess, you know, it is a storage area. You're not really going to be chilling, relaxing down there. So, yeah, we'll take that on board.
We also thought the tiny house was a really good flexi space.
The way you've styled the tiny house really appeals to both Sara and I. But not only that, I think it's actually going to appeal to a wide range of buyers. It's clean, light and crisp in there. You've kept it neutral, but you've also added a bit of fun with the grey, black, white and yellow scheme, which is really cute. And as it happens, I've got that sofa at home too.
The thing is, we've called it a tiny house. It's a small space, it's a small studio, but when you walk in there, it doesn't feel small. I like the fact that you've even added drapery. That was good thinking. So, yeah, good planning, guys.
Overall, it's positive feedback for a space they weren't feeling very positive about at the beginning of the week. Next stop, the Gouies. This is going to be interesting.
Oh.
What's happened here?
Oh, this is a surprise.
We're not really looking forward to the reception of the room. It's a little bit nerve-wracking knowing that we're going to be told off for not having a space to present, and rightly so.
With the promise of a luxury retreat to start the week, the Gouies set the bar high for themselves.
As you walk in, this room will feel spacious and light. We've deliberately put the French doors in a space where it draws your eye out to a lovely little parents' balcony there. The headboard and the detail is what's going to bring the character into this room.
But after failing their pre-line inspection, it was all downhill from there.
I can't allow you to line with that big hole there.
Change your plan. That's what it is.
Change all the plans.
What will the experts' reactions be to an incomplete room?
Hi, guys.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi.
Well, we are pretty surprised this week.
More to the point, how are you doing? I see you're all here, so there wasn't a hospital emergency.
Yep,
we're fantastic.
Yeah.
So what happened?
We had a hold up on the delivery of the doors, which meant that we couldn't get a pre-line inspection, which meant that everything was held up.
So, did you have a contingency? Do something else if that can't be done?
We've done a lot of prep work that we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise.
Yeah, I can see that you have done a lot of work in the house. But we were expecting to see a room, and we're so upset that we were going to come and see this luxurious master bedroom, and it's a shell.
You just have to brace yourself because next week there's going to be a lot more for you to take in. There's going to be our bathroom and those rooms as well as the master bedroom, so it's...
There has to be, Matt. To be honest, I'm glad you put a positive spin on it, but I see this all the time. And what I do see is probably what you guys aren't used to, and that is a mad rush at the end where people's qualities slip, and that's the first thing a buyer's going to notice. I don't ever want to see this again, because at the end of the day, when you pitch a room to us, we want to see a completed room. There's a timeline going on it, and you can spin it as positive as you want to. I'm a positive person, but what you probably should have done is had a plan B. You've always got to have a plan B, and if I was you, I would have been doing my tiny house.
This is a competition, and we expect a room to be finished each time we visit, because we are here to guide them through, give them guidance and give them feedback, and at the moment they haven't been able to utilise our skills. This is what happens on a building site. Things go wrong, things don't go to plan, but the only thing is this is a major setback for the weeks ahead.
Well, actually, it's not a setback for us. We're actually in a better position now than if we had presented the room. We are up to a stage in the bathroom and the areas like that when we go in there, we've already pre-brought pretty much everything for that bathroom now. We're actually slightly ahead of schedule now, so we're happy.
But you're not listening to us, Matt. It's a room reveal. It is a setback. Any way you spin it, it is a setback.
At the end of the day, though, it's our house and we're selling this house, and you guys are giving us advice and stuff on how to do that the best of adding value. So we haven't lost any value by not presenting this week. We're selling this house, and someone's going to be living with that house for the next 10, 15, 20 years, and we want it to be perfect for them. We don't want to compromise just because we're trying to impress someone else for a room reveal.
Matt, we're not being mean. We're not being negative. We're just telling you, we've seen this before, and we know what the implications can be. And all we want is you to have the best quality home, finished on time, for the buyers, ready to go. And when extra pressure slips in, that's when things start to go wrong. Don't defend it, Matt, just accept it.
I'm just going to say that at the end of the day, this is what me and Al do for a living as well. So we know this, we're going to do it. It's not a problem for us.
Do you trade houses for a living? Do you do whole, complete houses in such tight time frames, working to tight budgets and with other contractors? That's where the extra pressure comes in. I know that you guys are builders by trade, but this is a wee bit out of the box. It's a bit different.
Yeah. This is our house now, you know, this is our first home that we've brought and that we're doing up, and I don't like hearing people talk negatively about it. Yeah, it's hard being told negative criticism, so I was holding my tongue a lot, I think. There's a lot more I wanted to say, but still trying to be respectful as I can.
So tell us why you didn't do the tiny house.
That's a pretty easy zone, doing that one, so we're not going to do the easy stuff, you know, just as a backup. We're going to try and get the hard stuff out of the way first so that we can have a slightly easier run when we come to it.
So let's just make sure this doesn't happen again in the future, because it could put you into hot water.
I can't wait. I want 2 luxurious rooms next week. You better deliver.
Just you wait.
We'll deliver it all right.
Look, you guys have the ability to stay positive, and I think that's going to really help you moving forward. So we can't wait to come back next week, where we're going to see 2 fabulous rooms at least.
Yeah.
And no compromise on quality.
No. Never.
So good luck for the next coming week.
I'll work 24 hours if it means I'm not compromising on quality, I tell you.
I think a lot of their feedback was definitely warranted. They are looking out for us in this, and I do agree that it's going to mean we're going to have to work that much harder next week, but I think we can do it.
At the end of the day, if they disagree with the experts, that's their prerogative. But the proof will be in the pudding come auction day, and only time will tell if the builder's apprentice or the property expert is right. Next Sunday on Our First Home, the exhaustion sets in. And so do the mistakes.
We have to rethink our whole schedule now.
Leaves us 2 weeks through this whole house.
I should have never brought them with me.
We'll find them.
And one mistake of judgment, come on, rocks all of the families.